Alright, so hey everybody, I'm Robin. I'm going to be showing you how to do a very basic makeup routine that almost anyone can do. So the first thing that I'm going to do is usually you want to do a lacquer to keep the makeup on, but since it's just a tutorial, I'm going to start out with a Dream Nude Air Foam Perfection. And this is a pretty fair tone. I use the lightest shade. So basically you want to shake it up real good and put a little bit onto your fingertips. Like that. You're just going to take a scoop and you're just going to rub it nice and evenly onto your skin, all over. And I like the air foam because it spreads really easy, and it's not sticky, it's very light, good for everyday wear. And you don't want to glop it on, you kind of want to, almost like you're washing your face. So once you have the air foam all over your face, next you're going to want to do a very basic concealer. Now this concealer is the fairest tone, and it's actually very thick and it covers extremely well. It's by Laura Geller, the Real Deal Concealer. And you need barely anything. Just gonna put a little tiny bit onto your fingertips. And just take a little bit and dab it on any pimples or red spots to even out the skin tone. And it's good for under the eye bags. I have really bad ones, so I use a lot there. And I have a red spot there. I cover it all up. And it doesn't feel that heavy either. It's a little bit sticky, but it works well. Scratch. And it's a little bit tricky to blend. You kind of want to take the end of your fingertip and just smooth it into the regular foundation. Get everything all covered up. And you're going to take anything left over and put it right underneath your eye where your bags are. Yeah, just put it right under there. Smooth it out. Once you have everything covered up, the final step is to just take a very basic, any brand will have it, powder or a compact, and it's going to be using a powder. So most of them will come with a lid, and what I do is, this is Maybelline's mineral powder, very basic, just dab some on into the lid, down, and then take the brush, just rub it in, and apply it to your face. And what the mineral will do is just eliminate any shininess or any uneven tones. Keeps it set in place. And what I like about this is, and it really smooths your skin. Like this, it makes my skin look super smooth, and I like it a lot because it's not too heavy. So once you have enough powder on, you think, and it's not going to clump or anything, it's very nice. That's what I like about it. It's easy to use. You're going to want to do a little bit of blush. Right now I'm using the Revlon powder blush with a little tiny brush. And this is the Soft Spoken Pink. I kind of like light blushes. I don't like heavy blush. And the best tip I can give you is to make a little fish face. And in a little crease, that's where I put it. So I'm just going to rub it in. And dash lightly back and forth, right in that cheekbone area. And once that's applied, I kind of go like this and brush it side to side a little bit just to blend it in. Make sure it's not too choppy. And this gives a lot of definition to your cheeks, just makes it a little bit brighter. The next thing I usually do is my eyeliner. My eyeliner is by Ulta. It's just a basic, very dark black, and I like it a lot. It's a crayon. You can also use a liquid eyeliner. And I do mine a little bit differently, but I do right along the lid. And I hold my eye back to make sure it'll stay nice and straight without getting any wrinkles. And you're just going to go as close as you can and as smooth as you can right along the lash line. You don't have to do a top part to your eye, but I do because I like it that way. And you want to get very close to the eye so you avoid any lines, creases. And any bumps will later be smoothed out by a little bit of eyeshadow, so it's not a big deal. And then next we're going to go underneath. Most people don't do this, but I do this because it gets it very close to the eye. It eliminates the look of any skunk eye or gloppiness. So you're going to take the little line right underneath, and it doesn't hurt at all. Most people say it looks painful, but it doesn't. You're just going to take it, and you're going to just rub right here. And it really gets close to the eye, and see how I'm not getting gentle? I'm not getting close to my eye at all. You just kind of pull it down so that you don't poke your eye. So then once you have that done, just move on to the other eye. Now left eye, if you're a right hand like me, left eye can be a little bit trickier, or right eye, sorry. That can be a little bit trickier. So you're going to want to take your best hand and pull against the side and just be really careful if you're like me and you're terrible at your opposite eyes. Probably look very silly right now doing this, but it works, so. And you don't need very much because on the top eyelid, if you use too much, it makes your eyes look very deep and sunken in. So you want to make sure that you use just a little bit on the top eyelid. I used to not even do the top eyelid, but then I realized that it's easier to even out once you have that done. And sometimes when you release your eye, you see there's a little bit of a space, a gap in between your top eyeliner and your lash line. So you can just color that in almost like a crayon, very gently. And again, I'm not going very heavy because it's basic and it's everyday, so I'm not going to do any dramatic eyes or anything. No smoky eyes. And there. Then we're going to go underneath. Nice and gentle, rubbing back and forth. So I like to do a little bit of a cat eye, a very slight one, and you see the little crease right here? Just take a tad bit and just kind of run it along. Just a very small one. Really gives a little bit more definition and sleek look to your everyday look. So once you have a slight cat eye going, you're going to want to crimp. No, I'm not going to do that first. We're going to do eyeshadow first. So you're going to take, it depends on the color of your eye. I have blue eyes, so I use a brown because that definitely defines the blue eye. But if you have like a green eye, you can also use brown. But if you have a brown eye, use like a green tone or a pink tone. That'll definitely bring it out better. Sometimes even purples work for green eyes or hazel eyes. This one's being a little bit tricky to open. There we go. Okay. So this basically comes with every single color shade. A little bit of a tiny brush. You're just going to want to dab that in and go right along the eyelash. I'm using a very light copper brown to define my eyes. And again, this sometimes eliminates any smug look around the eyeliner. So once you have that done, sometimes it's nice to use a little bit of white and go a little bit outside just to lighten it up a little bit, just a tad bit, just along the crease right there. So once you have that done, first I use an eyelash crimper. Now this, it requires no heat. It's usually pretty inexpensive. I got this one in Ulta. It's by Tarte or something like that. And you're just going to take it and since it'll conform, it has a little rubber thing that's replaceable. You just take it right there, and you just want to gently squeeze and lift it up and hold it there for like 10 seconds or so. And what this does is, if you don't have the kind of mascara that has a little in the brush, it's scooped, this basically just keeps your eyelashes very lifted and full looking, nice and long. Since I have very stubby eyelashes, it's very helpful. And you want to be very careful with this because this can sometimes poke you in the eye, so just be very careful. If you're feeling like pinching sensation, definitely let go, because you don't want to pull out your eyelashes because those grow back very slowly. Once you have that done, I kind of mix two mascaras together. So the top coat that I apply is the Falsies by Maybelline. It's Lots of Lashes, Great Lash, whatever it's called. And it's a pink and green container. I got this at Ulta. You can get it almost anywhere. Just going to want to stir it around a little bit to get as much as you can. And the brush is kind of wide and it points kind of like a triangle. And I like the scoop brushes better, but I like this because it makes it easier to use and it's smaller. Just want to go section by section of your lash and just kind of definitely uplift it. And the lash crimper definitely makes a lot more fullness to your lashes. I started at the bottom and kind of work my way up to the tips of the lash. And I don't like to do a dramatic bottom lash, but I always take a little bit and just go along the bottom, just define it a little bit. And you're just going to move on to the next lash and do the same thing. And this makeup routine usually takes no longer than 10 to 15 minutes. So if you're someone with a very hurried schedule, then that should work pretty well. And if you have a long day schedule, it's good to bring some of these materials like your foundation powder and a little bit of eyeliner or mascara in your bag if anything smudges or needs to be redone, redefined. Definitely a good thing to bring along. And next, I usually do a little bit of my bottom lash. I definitely like to do a little bit of the Colossal Volume Express by Maybelline. And it's also very hydrating, so it's good for your lashes. And this brush, again, it's not scooped at all, it's just very straight, basic brush. I just take a little bit and I scoop it up just to bring more darkness to the eyelash. It's more definite. I can see how much longer the lashes look compared to before my makeup was done. Do the same thing. I don't apply this ton underneath because it's not necessary, just on top. And today I'm not going to use a very heavy lip gloss. I also have the CoverGirl blended lipstick where it's two lipsticks in one, so you can blend the colors and make it look very cool. But today I'm going to use a very basic CoverGirl Wet Slicks Amazement. It's got a little bit of crest, I think, in it, and it adds a little mint flavor. This you definitely have to replace throughout the day since the lip glosses don't last very long. But I like the amount of shine it applies. It's very easy to do. So let's show you. If you're going to do a dramatic eye, definitely don't do a dramatic lip too. And vice versa, because you don't want too much drama to your look. Else you kind of look like fake or something like that. So once you have a good amount of lip gloss, your look is done for the day and you're ready to go. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped people.